Hi everyone, I'm Matt. I'm a second year student at EHU and today I'm joined by our parent.
Hello.
Hello.
And I'll be comparing the differences and the similarities between careers, career services, university, back then to now. When I say back then, I mean quite a while. No offense to parents. So, question number one is, what was your first job and how did you find out about it?
My first job was working in a restaurant, and one of my friends told me about it, that they wanted staff. So I went down, had an interview and got the job.
I was working at, I think it was the Matt Fittis factory in Wythenshawe, or the Mr Kipling factory in Wythenshawe. I was fortunate because my mum worked in the job centre at Wythenshawe at the time. And of course, it was slightly different to how it is now, job centres. You know, a lot of people went to, it was one of the main areas to get jobs, that and newspapers, of course.
I think me and my mum had very similar experiences when finding our first jobs and the actual first job. Like, we both worked in a restaurant and we both found out through our mates. However, the only difference is I found out on an online website called Indeed, what's like a job centre but online. Question number two is, how many people do you think went to university from your high school or college? And try and give it in like a percentage.
I can't really remember talking to anybody that were going to university.
I was at a grammar school, so it was a boys' school. After my A-levels, I'd say maybe about 35% to 40% went on to university, which would have been higher than the secondary school, probably.
Personally, I agree with my dad, and say from my perspective, about 40 to 50% of students from my high school and colleges went to university. In my opinion, there's definitely been an increase in people going to university in the last few decades, whether it's because there's it's easier access or just to gain a higher education. There has definitely been an increase. My next question, which is question 3, is, do you think it's easier or harder to pursue the career that you desire?
We were discussing this. We
Nowadays,
think it's harder. We think it's harder.
I think it's harder.
Probably our perception is that we don't know the avenues that you would explore to for careers in the same manner that you would.
Personally, I think it's easier nowadays to pursue a career that you desire, with the ever-changing technology and new opportunities always coming around. But yeah, it's a fair point from them. My next question, which is question number 4, is, which skills do you think were vital to possess back then?
I think communication, back then, because everything was face to face.
Yeah.
So you went through an interview, you had to, they didn't have anything to look at, they didn't have a CV to study, and they took you at face value. So communication was a big thing.
I agree. I think it was more about people skills, because we hadn't had the technology revolution, the introduction of online. So more or less, in the work environment, it was about face-to-face, meeting people. Your CV, of course, was important.
I agree with my parents. I think communication is essential for interviews or working in teams and stuff. Other skills like confidence is needed nowadays. Employers definitely look out for confidence, and even just like having your own skills, whether it's like digital skills. Like at university, we've got modules specific for digital skills and stuff, so that's another vital skill nowadays. The last question I'm going to ask is specific for my dad, and it is, did you know about career service whilst you was at university?
No, it was quite strange really, because I enjoyed the subjects I did, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get the best degree I could get. I'd never really considered what I was going to do after getting the degree. You could. There wasn't a massive emphasis on what careers you would do. There wasn't like specific lecturers or teachers that you would really go to discuss what to do once you got your degree. It was basically you just studied to get your degree. But you did. There was a thing. It shows you the difference between now and then. You used to get like this, like a small magazine that would have all jobs, career jobs that you could go into.
It definitely seems like universities have a bigger emphasis on careers nowadays. You got universities like EHU that have websites specific just to careers, where you can get advice, information, an online chat to a careers advisor. Definitely seems like universities are focused on career-based skills like academic writing, interview practices, and learning more skill sets which can help a student strive in the pursuit of their career. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I also want to thank my parents for coming on the Zoom call. If you want any more information, all you have to do is type in the EHU Careers on Google and the page will come up. Or if you want some more videos, check out the EHU Careers on YouTube. Thank you.